Welcome back to Neo. Alright, I'm sure we'll be able to get to Cat Street without any more troubles.
Totally.
Well, I gotta say, it looks like a lovely apocalypse today.
It's been the entire week.
But you see, Tio, at this particular point,
But
the
first-
setting of the sun almost makes it seem happy.
Alright, Dwebs, you're up.
There he
As
is.
well as me. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Here we go. This arsehole.
The ghost of the influencer.
Hey!
God, it's influencer Smurf.
Ay, mi amigo.
Is this an AI person?
You okay, Rin, dude?
Nothing remains of the man we knew. He is naught but noise now.
Get it, damn it!
She's trying to
So in order to perfectly mimic, the components of noise, learn a fucking different voice languages.
being told this it bears repeating because it can be hard to face the ghosts of your
in
hell
universe,
language.
it makes sense. The characters are under heavy emotional stress, so needing to be reminded this constantly is actually very helpful to them.
Exactly.
Part of me does wonder.
And noise must be erased.
Whoa there, Nagi, with your racist
Hold
remarks.
on now. Let's not cause any race wars.
She's right. Nothing but noise.
Wait, noise?
Alright.
Noise?
So,
It's kind of like...
What's wrong, amigo?
Come on. You gotta do this. I know I'm not being racist.
It's,
Do noise even have race? Go ahead.
Lord Rindo, if I may.
This is not.
Is it
Go ahead.
genocide if we erase all the noise?
kind of like that jet, that skit with Team Chaotix in Heroes.
Oh god.
Look, Charmy, I just want to get out with fucking Django.
We can handle this on our own if it's too much for you to bear.
Besides, we got Neku now as another protagonist, so you can take a break.
Mm-hmm.
He's better you, so...
Ouch.
Well, he is the Neku, the legendary player who saved Shibuya 3 years
I mean,
ago.
then again, this is the Kanon team, people like Roxas should be used to this kind of thing.
Go ahead.
I didn't dive inside to know this creature is nothing but an empty shell.
Is that what he always
Well,
was, even
yeah,
before he
I think
became
I think you can make an argument, Nagi, that even the original Motoi was an empty shell. But yeah, this is an even emptier shell.
But how can you empty that which had nothing in it to begin
Oh.
with?
Hideous
But-
mess.
Go ahead.
Which today makes ordeals far less psychologically taxing than past trials past.
Basically, Nagi's saying, you know, I
Nagi.
never liked him, so I'm gonna enjoy this.
Considering also the expression, Nagi, I know it sounds weird asking you now, but are you okay? Like,
Yeah,
do
like,
you
you
need
think
5
then? What
minutes
are you
to
talking about?
somatize? Like,
Wow, you're really on top of it today, boss.
That's one way to put it.
Go ahead.
Because she's worried about us, dummy. She senses how this is affecting. I don't think
no,
that's what
no,
happened.
no, 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 no,
she
Shoka,
literally just wants
Shoka,
to beat him up.
She is legit enjoying this Shoka.
I mean, can it be both?
I'm definitely going to say that for Motoi, it is strictly her enjoying it. Even if it does happen to also help us, yes.
I mean,
yes.
it can be both. It is both, in my opinion. Huh?
What are you hawing about? She can obviously tell we're struggling.
I acknowledge it's both, Pedro. But when it comes to Motoi, I definitely know what she's focusing on more.
I mean, it's Motoi, so should we really feel bad about it?
No. Even if he had something of a try at redemption, nope.
She's really good at reading people, and not just because of her powers.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that more later down this part.
It is more beneficial to the group to kill this guy.
It's a kill or be killed Reaper's game. So
As Flowey would say.
Oh God, Flowey would love this game.
Hashtag Flowey was right.
I actually wonder, like, has Toby Fox ever expressed his opinions on these two games?
I know he's expressed opinions on some Square games. I don't remember which ones.
I mean, he's kind of buddy with Taro, so...
Ah, okay. You've got a point.
Hey.
Well, fearless leader, you gonna make Nagi fight your battles for you?
Dang, Shoka! Come on. Girl's acting like she didn't need a pep talk when fighting Ayano.
So what are you gonna do, Rendo?
What? No way!
I can't.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, actually, in this context, it doesn't make sense to do that joke. So never mind.
Rindo.
Hey, Rindu.
We're gonna
Yes,
have to
former
kill this
voice
guy.
in my head.
You don't have to do this if you really don't want to. I spend a lot of time in your head as your conscience, and I can tell you've got some tough decisions. We should be able to handle them on our own.
I mean, you just put a microphone in my ear and spoke into it. Yeah, he won't even know what it is.
Don't break the illusion. You'll make kids cry.
Yeah, kids. No, it's okay. I can fight.
All right then.
Then let us prepare for battle, Lord Rindo.
Indeed.
Kick his ass!
Gladly.
Gladly. There's a line from Beat in when we first fought him, when we fought the real him, that but that's it, yo. I'm gonna turn this punk a new one. So, all right, let's go.
Seriously?
I think we've got this.
Okay.
More bears. I get about, having the horde of noise, but it seems that the plague noise trick is having mostly bears, the bear type running around.
Yeah.
Probably because they're among the strongest.
I mean, considering the theming that was when it happened, I hope that when we get to Canada, her horde will consist of the plague noise scorpions. They were part of, her day.
Well, we'll see.
Maybe it'll be the bear plague noise, but hopped up on cocaine.
Almost there. There we are.
Let's wreck 'em!
Back in my day, there were elaborate partner actions. Nowadays, we all just nuke 'em.
I mean,
This
it's
feels less
efficient.
sporty.
This ain't your daddy's Woolens with you, Neku.
It's efficient, but it's not as sportive.
We're literally fighting for our life here.
Yeah, but what happened to the game I used to be part in? There was some sense of class, even if it was heavily rigged against me by week 3.
Okay, let's get to Cat Street.
Right. Hell yeah, here we come, Cat Street. All those noise are gonna get beat.
Yeah, Front, we know it's gonna be your turn soon.
Yeah, and he's realized it too. That's how I interpret.
Guide beat.
My interpretation of that little moment from Fred is that that hits him realizing that he's next. And he's just yeah. Go ahead.
The next threat to appear before us will doubtless be.
I wonder.
Your mom.
Why is it always my mom?
Yo, Penny. You worried about Fred?
Your mother.
I love this bit. I love this bit.
I mean, the noise is probably to show.
Go ahead.
Oh, wherefore must our destination be so far away?
Okay, Shakespeare.
She doesn't want him to hear Beat say it.
Unlike Beat, Nagi has some, tact and doesn't want, Fred to...
That's the point too. Straight man, funny man.
It's
Huh? Oh, Right, my leg is killing me. Legs is killing me
Yeah,
already, yo.
exactly. But go ahead. Go ahead.
'Tis truly lamentable indeed. Would it only be closer?
Well, okay,
What, you're trying
okay,
to
Teo.
take the alternate route.
Okay, Teo. To Beat's credit, he did get what Nagi was saying with that scream.
With that amazing acting of his, too. What a save.
Truly as the bard intended.
Nothing to get down about, though.
Oh.
You'll see. Go ahead.
You know, I've been thinking. This week's a lot tougher than I thought it'd be.
It's week 3, Beat.
Is that so?
I know I talk a big game, but I was worried if I could really follow through. Not anymore, though.
And I like this reason why though.
I know I can do it, yo.
Because we're Sonic heroes?
No. Well, okay.
No.
Actually, go ahead.
Because Lord Neku has joined our ranks?
We have nostalgia power
is it
on our
like
team.
that line in the extended cut of Star Trek: The Motion Picture where Aurora says, "Oh, our possibilities of survival is just doubled," and then 2 people die immediately after?
Oh, God.
Maybe.
What was up with
Yeah.
that movie?
Many things.
That's right.
You certainly place great faith in him.
Well, he did kind of beat God in a game of wits. You tend to have somebody... You tend to believe in somebody who achieves that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn straight I do.
And hey, if we beat God in
go
the
ahead.
first game...
He does strike me as trustworthy, seeing as he's the legend who saved sheep.
Nah, that ain't why.
Great timing. Thanks. Good job.
He was my friend.
No, that's not why.
Oh?
Ain't got nothing to do with legends or any of that shit.
See, Beat's one of the lucky few who got to know Neko before he became the
Yeah,
legend.
exactly. Yeah.
I knew him way before all that, yo.
Big-
When I first met him, he was a fucking asshole.
True.
And you tried
True.
to kill me several times.
I trust him because I know he's a good guy. You get to know somebody when you nearly kill them.
It's technically not
Go ahead.
false.
And a good friend, 'twould seem.
But let you see, Dwebs, according to the Wachowskis, you don't only truly know someone until you fight them.
That's how a lot of video games operate, okay?
And he's around,
And-
everybody just feels different, you know?
It's as
And a
old.
lot of
It's as old.
anime,
It's
too.
as old as the concept of fictional media. That's how Gilgamesh met Enkidu in the Sumerian classic.
He's got that kind of power.
They were enemies, but totally not turned to lovers, we swear.
And that's why I know we can do this.
Remember, that's us. Okay, good.
Ain't a damn thing to worry about with him around.
Remember, when he became Neku's partner in week 3 of the first game, he specifically asked, "Least, I need you to help me. I can't do this alone." So he knows he can rely on Neku. So go ahead.
'Tis a wonderful sight to behold, the fruit from friendship's born.
Oh, Nagi, you would love Kingdom Hearts then.
Well, no, Jova. Unlike Vare, the friendship here seems more genuine.
Jesus Christ, Theo, did Kingdom Hearts just spoil your cereal?
I don't know. Well, artificial cereal, Jova. Yeah, I guess that's a good metaphor.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're like the one person who made Sora's reveal in Smash seem like it was a deep and dark, depressing thing.
No, I still hate
Focusing on the
Jokers more,
dark
don't
room they were
worry.
in. Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah,
Alright, moving on.
we are not here
That's
for
just
that.
SMT fan behavior.
Alright, here we go. This is actually...
No music, no life.
and now we're about to get what is probably my favorite moment
we go.
my favorite moment in the game, probably.
We even get a different sad theme.
She's
Well, this
here.
is a sad thing from the last game, albeit the DS version.
Alright, Shiroi,
It
it's
is
you
an-
and me.
It is an interesting spectrum.
Kanon.
What was?
You know what we mean.
Rats. Randy.
Man, Sheba doesn't pull any punches.
He's kind of a dick, isn't he, Fred?
Just kinda.
Way to kick a guy while he's down.
I think that's been his whole life.
Gonna butter me up again today?
Not exactly what I meant when I said I wish we had more time together.
I don't get the feeling he heard that bit, and that's how he came up with the plan.
Go ahead, Shiri.
The figure before you is nothing more than noise.
So don't even give it the time of day.
She is not Lady Kanon. That is not Lady Kanon.
You got to speak up a bit.
You already said that.
It bears repeating.
Say it again.
That is not Lady Kanon.
Again.
He needs to be hit with a paper fan.
That is not Lady Kanon.
Again!
That is not Lady Kanon.
No! That is not Solid Snake!
Thanks, boss.
Big boss, actually.
I don't recall asking.
Hold on. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You may thank me after the battle. Will you fight?
We're done.
Sorry, now that was too mean.
I will. No need to ask me twice.
Well, not that particular question, anyway.
Alright, here we go.
I do find it interesting. Even though Kanon is the one who weighs heavily, her interaction with the group is the shortest. My guess is that's probably Nagi wanting to mitigate the emotional damage that Kanon could potentially put the whole team through. It's interesting. Like, you know, it was definitely, well, Iono aside, it's definitely a sense of ascension. Like, we start off with not Joker, who, let's be honest, the group barely knew, but he was the first showing of how serious the game could be when he died. Then we get to Motoi, who, yeah, Rendu believed truly was a friend, but betrayed them, so Nagi could at least get good satisfaction out of it.
Not just that,
Kanon
Jova.
is the one that hit the most, since she was the one who actually truly did want to be an ally. Like, she didn't even try to betray us
No.
in the end.
And remember, Jova, about Motoi. Remember, Motoi was also Rindo's hero and personal inspiration. Not to mention the reason also in terms of the ghost. Motoi is also serves as a cautionary tale for what Rindo could have become if he had kept on the path he was, where he would just not make up his own mind and just parrot what everybody else says. Right?
This is like why, obviously, you know, going strictly by the leaders, it definitely goes from least connection we have to the most connection.
Whereas Kanon is the opposite. Kanon is what Fred should aspire to be, someone genuine. So
the
Also,
ironic thing.
I noticed no scorpions, it's all bears again, and a few wolves.
Bears!
What can-
Nicolas
look,
Cage
what
designed
can
this
I
part too. Alright, Shiro, it's you and me.
Look.
We did
God.
it! It's over.
Indeed.
Look, what can I say? I really like bears.
Bears? Nicolas Cage? No? Okay.
I
Is that
even
you
gave
trying
some.
to tell us something?
Hey boss, thanks for helping me out up back there.
Let me tell you, a bear that shows up in the UG because
Never thought I'd have you
cocaine.
never thought I'd have you talking to me, let alone pulling for me like that.
Oh, I was not talking to you. That was not a motivation.
I always figured you kinda hated me or something.
Nah, that was just her tsundere act.
Tis true, I admit. I hate your guts.
Hold on, let her finish.
damn.
Hold on, let her finish.
I'll let her finish, yes. That I struggle to get along with creatures of your affinity.
You're too happy.
No,
mean,
I
no-
think
don't
it's
you
slowly
know-
well, in the case, well, not just that, but also the lack of sincerity up until this point, of course, like we've said.
like he said,
I've-
artificiality.
Artificiality, I've noticed. Yeah. That being said,
through our shared travels, I have come to see beyond the surface.
oh really? Have you now?
There was something there that wasn't there before.
You have?
Yes, and I would like to believe I had discerned the true you. Permit me to demonstrate.
And she walks up and hands him a copy of Alestra to show that, just like her, he is a gamer.
He's indoctrinating everyone.
plain
Actually, this time it's not going to be indoctrination, as you're about to see. Demonstrate what? Hold on, because I love how this turned. I love the end of this in particular. It's just so.
Okay.
Alright.
Lady Kanon was your bias, as we Elestraniacs might say.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one you pined for, but not the one you were meant for. My best interpretation on whatever bias in the mechanics of Alestra must be.
It's clearly a code name, Drove. I know exactly what it means. Like,
Yeah, you don't have an alt, Jova? You don't have an alt bias?
Ah.
Well, in the Tweri case, Megumi is Jova's bias. My bias?
As such, 'tis perfectly natural that her passing would affect you so deeply.
Uh-huh.
And for it to happen so suddenly.
Beat finding this awkward, apparently.
Very much so.
Your despair doubtless runs deep.
Is there something you can do to try and help nurture it?
Did you dive inside my mind or something?
Not at all, and I resent you suggesting I would do such a thing.
While you were awake. What? Nothing.
Wait, boss, did you say something? Sorry.
I mean, it's not like I like to watch you sleep. A lot, actually. All the time.
Well, the thing, I was actually... hang on a second.
There is much to be learned about observing one's actions.
But yeah, like, we referenced that line quite a bit, but reminder that the context of that scene is Pearl literally watching Rose's old memories through Steven while he's sleeping. So she is kind of doing a mind dive of sorts.
Yeah, basically.
Maybe Pearl likes to play the world in
Go ahead.
view.
Even without delving into
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Nagi Uzui's TED Talk on how to tell what people are thinking through their actions.
I have simply observed you for the past few weeks.
Very observant, Dr. Nagi.
Yes.
Then drawn conclusions based on what I have seen.
And what kind of conclusions are they?
You truly wish to know?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Spare no detail.
Well, if you're willing to share... Yeah, what I just said.
Well then. I have concluded you are, in fact, human.
After all.
Hold on.
That's a...
Hold on. I like Fred's reaction. It took you this long?
Jesus.
Why, yes, game. I have, read the Two Towers.
Allow me to elaborate.
Yeah, allow her to elaborate.
You have become human.
Oh God.
But this is
That was a
Tokyo, not
cyborg all
Detroit.
along.
Humanity is the difference between making an effort to understand those around oneself.
Hold on, the quote's not done yet. Yeah, humanity is the difference between making an effort to understand those around oneself.
This is viewing them merely as resources to be consumed.
Obviously.
Humanity is the difference between trying to understand opinions and values divergent from one's own. This is scoffing and dismissing them as meritless.
You know, like saying that Kingdom Hearts is light.
God.
No, again, I might elaborate more in my final thoughts, but I'm gonna say one facet of this that I really like is that Fred is basically the deconstruction of everything that I really don't like about Sora.
Go ahead.
I mean, the thing is, though, Sora is not,
Sure, I please.
farcical.
Oh, go ahead.
Humanity is the difference between being fraught with fear, I didn't see the rest of it, versus being bitterly unconcerned with others altogether.
Lively.
See, the problem with that argument is that Sora is not that shallow, though.
Again.
All right, let's not go into a tangent
Yeah.
about this, please.
We are having a moment here. And now, having discerned your humanity, I can safely infer that in this moment,
You are not a cyborg.
Your humanity is in you.
you are suffering a great deal of pain.
Thanks for the analysis. Dr. Nagi, who'd have thought you had such a good read on me?
Ah.
It's actually kind of amazing, to be honest.
Almost like she's got a peg on you.
Perhaps. I am simply aware of the importance of communication.
There's actually a YouTube video out there who talks about how this particular interaction between Nagi and Fred is specifically the part of the importance of communication, the whole humanity thing. Basically, is literally the entire Trevi series summed up in just one scene, basically.
And I take great pains to ensure my interactions with others remain as peaceful as possible.
Although sometimes you just flat out avoid them.
Yep.
True, but I think what she means is that this missile is still a better option than having a violent outburst.
I do feel like there needs to be something to address that. Sometimes she takes it a little too far still. Since, again, there needs to be balance, of course.
Asking questions? Go ahead.
Gauging responses.
Completing each other's sentences.
Reacting aptly. I leverage every element at my disposal. Actions, words, emojis, anything at all, to ensure that everyone feels welcome.
So secretly the Emoji Movie was actually genius.
Oh.
Shut up.
That's the
Nagi
thing.
would
I
totally-
still stand by that.
Sleeper Emoji Movie fan.
I still stand by my thing that the Emoji Movie is just a generic bad kids movie and not the worst thing in the history of creation. But that's just me.
That is
Yeah.
until you factor
The
what it
internet
actually
likes to be
represented.
hyperbolic.
We already went through this.
It is a skill that can be practiced and honed like any other. Maybe I could hone the skill of not accidentally hitting my mic.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But where's the fun in that?
No need to rely on special.
I love how they made that sprite
Alright.
specifically for that line. Great.
Alright, so let's play the rest of the week on hard mode and not use your mind powers.
This is kind of the psychological equivalent of where do you work out at the library?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you, Nagi. I got a little lost for a second there.
As expected.
But it's really amazing that you can do all that. I don't really get it, but I respect it.
She totally people watches.
In a similar vein, I admire the ease with which you can carry on a conversation with anyone and everyone.
I've actually had that line said to me once.
The exact line.
Like, basically, like I've had someone say that it's good that how you're so good at keeping conversation going with people.
I simply struggle to get along well with creatures of your type.
But you know what they say, opposites attract.
Hold on, Jova. Seriously? After all that? Still, I'm glad we got all of this out in the open. It almost feels like we're friends or something. That's a callback to the first thing he said to her in the game, if you go back and check. Maybe I'll try out that fancy strategy game, or whatever it's called. The one you're always talking about. So yeah, Fred is the one that suggests maybe he gets into Elestra.
Oh ho ho!
You fool, that was all part of her plan.
I shan't hold you back. I hope you find it to your liking.
There you go. It's not.
Like,
It's
I've
not
known these guys
Shoka.
long enough now. I can indoctrinate.
All right, now I can
these
say
games
it.
and they'll listen.
Now I can say it. It's not Shoka, guys. It's actually Fred who's going to become Nagi's Elestra buddy.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I was kind of calling that those two would be endgame, and it probably helps that, she is not as many years his senior as Kanon was. Like, the girl was 23 and he's 16.
All right, now I can answer your question, Dwibs. Here's how we solve this problem: by having a good, open conversation where we just talk.
Well, you see,
What
guys,
go.
the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
How
you see,
boring is
guys.
that?
We just need to walk up to Sheba, put a hand on his shoulder, and engage with a good, warming conversation, and figure out about how this is all about why his mother left him 10 years
Jova,
ago.
we're trying to defeat Shiba, not seduce him using the Morales technique.
So now, all right. That's so.
I
There you go.
didn't mention
Yeah, I
saying,
can-
hey.
I can imagine how all that would go. Hey, I know all about your missing mother, man. I'm really sorry. Thank you very much, sir.
Jesus.
All right.
What awaits us in the next part now that we've, I guess, dealt with everyone?
Simple. We finally get to Cat Street and we meet Neku's Reaper friend. Gee, I wonder who it is.
It could be anybody.
So there you go. Now, next time, Shira gets to have fun playing her favorite Reaper character. So,
All right, see ya.
see ya.
Subtle.
See ya.